Hey, what's up you guys? So as you know, if you're a regular on my channel, I go thrifting every week to sell things on my Depop, link down below, shameless plug. And nowadays it's kind of rare that I just go thrifting to collect some pieces for myself that I don't plan on selling anytime soon. Since I live in New York City, there are a lot of higher end vintage stores and consignment stores that if I bought something from, I probably wouldn't be able to flip it on Depop and sell it for more, but they're still relatively affordable, amazing pieces that I would love to have for my own personal collection. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys 8 things that I picked up in the last month that I'm probably gonna keep for myself. I'm very into the color trend for fall and winter, as you can tell by my shirt. Most of the stuff I'm gonna be showing you is loud and colorful. So first I wanna start with one thing that I got at the Goodwill outlet for myself. If you don't know what the Goodwill outlet is, it's basically where all of the items that don't get sold at a regular Goodwill store get dumped. They're literally in these giant plastic bins that you have to dig through. I recommend wearing gloves if you go. But anyway, I was recently picking up some items to sell and I found one pair of pants that I couldn't bear to let go of. They're just this pistachio green pair of elastic waist pants by Carolyn Taylor. They're probably from the 80s or 90s. Anyway, I recently sold a pair almost exactly like this on my Depop. They didn't fit me that well and I was hoping that maybe one day I would find a pair that fit me better because I absolutely adore these. I've already worn them 3 times and I've only had them for a few days. As you can see in the try on portion, there's a ton of ways to wear these. I styled them with that teal turtleneck from Housing Works that I showed you a couple videos ago. I love this 80s winter pastels trend that's going on right now. Anyway, since these pants aren't so much of a bold color, I feel like they go with almost anything. As you'll see, I styled them another way later in the video, but I was mostly just excited to get my hands on something that was super comfy and super flattering. Not to mention these weigh less than a pound, which means that I got them for less than $2 at the Goodwill outlet. The next piece I wanted to mention is this super soft yarn sweater from Awoke Vintage. Now, typically Awoke Vintage can be a bit pricey, but they do have a rack that they keep outside the store where everything is under $25. Usually all the good stuff gets picked away from there, but for some reason no one had picked up this sweater. It is kind of an obnoxiously bold pattern, but I personally think it's really adorable. I actually wore this with the green pants I just showed you on Halloween during the day, just to fit the color palette a little bit. Anyway, some of the things that drew me to this sweater were that it was really lightweight, so it was easy to tuck into a pair of pants, and also that it was really soft. Here I have it with my vintage 80s Lee mom jeans. I think orange is really fun to pair with vintage jeans because usually the jeans will have orange threading. Obviously, unless someone's standing like an inch away from you, they're not gonna notice the threading of your jeans, but it does something to the eye that makes it feel like the orange fits with the blue. For shoes, I just threw on my Ferragamo pumps that I thrifted at Goodwill. You could also wear this outfit with Nike Air Force Ones or another pair of white sneakers if you wanted a really casual look. Either way, I thought this was a really great departure from boring solid color fall sweaters. I think this might have been handmade considering there's no tag on the inside and it doesn't look like there was one previously. So it's always exciting to feel like you have a piece that no one else in the world has. The next piece that I picked up from Awoke Vintage on a different trip is relatively expensive. This is my one splurge item of the year, honestly, but it is this gorgeous lime green 80s jumpsuit. Since I've talked about this in all of my videos by now, I won't bore you guys by going on about how much I love the 80s trend. I was really struggling to find a well-fitting jumpsuit. A lot of the ones I found in the past were a little too heavy and utility style. I wanted something that was a bit more soft and figure flattering. And I also love this lime green color. Lime green and pistachio green obviously have been really trendy this year. So when I saw this at Awoke Vintage, I tried it on, fell in love with it, passed it up because it was $135. But a few weeks later, when I saw it was still there, I took it as a sign that I needed to just buy it, and I did. The great thing about a jumpsuit for fall or winter is that you can layer warm pieces under it. I could wear thick leggings and a thermal top, and then I could throw on a sweater and a coat, and I would be very, very toasty. I also tucked this into my pair of snakeskin cowboy boots from Housing Works. But anyway, this is kind of an all year round piece. Maybe in the dead of summer it would be a little hot to wear, but it's really lightweight fabric, so I anticipate that I will be able to wear this into the spring as well. The last store where I picked up most of my pieces was Beacon's Closet, specifically the one off of the Nassau stop in Greenpoint. If you guys live in New York City, I feel like this one is kind of a hidden gem. It's definitely always busy in there, but for some reason it never feels picked over. I always end up finding designer pieces, things that have never been worn, really amazing vintage stuff. You can't go wrong there. Speaking of designer pieces, I picked up what is probably the most controversial item in this video. It's this amazing patterned jumpsuit from Rhode. Now, I bought this jumpsuit shortly after I bought the green one from Awoke Vintage, and it did hurt my soul a little bit to know that this one was $54 and the other one was $135. But I do think, obviously, since that one's green and solid color and this one is blue and crazy patterned, they do kind of serve different purposes in my wardrobe. Anyway, I found this jumpsuit new with tags, so I figured maybe I could even resell it if I decided I didn't want to wear it that often. But knowing me, I never shy away from a loud style moment, so I'm probably gonna be wearing this to class like next week. Anyway, like I said about the previous jumpsuit, this jumpsuit is amazing because you could fit a ton of extra layers underneath, and you could also throw things on the top of it. This is from the Rhode Resort collection, so it's technically a spring-summer pattern, but like I've said, since color and pattern have become so popular for fall and winter, I think it's perfectly appropriate to wear in the fall. But anyway, I just threw this on with my Mason Margiela boots that I also picked up at this location of Beacon's Closet. These originally were probably over $800, but I got them for $70. I swear to you, this location is the place to go if you want to find designer pieces at a relatively affordable price. Rhode isn't the highest end designer, but I do believe this jumpsuit would have been over $200, and I got it new with tags for $50. Moving on, I do have two pieces that are a little more simple for those of you who are not as adventurous in terms of their personal style as I am. The first piece is this pair of faded black Guess mom jeans. Now, I was a little hesitant to pick these up because I just don't find myself reaching for black jeans. I used to have a pair like this. I felt like I always went for a black trouser or a blue jean over a black jean, but I figured my style will eventually change, so it's not a terrible thing to have a pair of these. Honestly, the two main reasons I picked these up were because one, they actually fit me when I tried them on. It's very hard for me to find a pair of jeans that fit my body because I lift weights, I have really big quads and glutes, and a pretty small waist. So it's almost impossible to find jeans that fit unless they're really stretchy, and I much prefer rigid vintage denim. So when I tried these on and they were nearly a perfect fit, I felt like I had to get them. Plus, these Guess jeans are super rare and go for a lot of money on Depop, so I could always resell them if I wanted to. These were only $24, which is really affordable for a pair of jeans like this. This outfit was mostly just to show off the jeans, so I threw on this leopard print turtleneck top that I got in LA, and then my pointed toe Stuart Weitzman boots that I got at Housing Works. Next, I have another black pair of pants that I'm really excited about. This gorgeous pair of black leather vintage pants. Leather pants are another thing that I've been looking for a really long time, but I've struggled because the leather is too stiff, or the other issue I found is that they're just too skinny. Like, I don't really want tight leather skinny jeans. I already had my Hot Topic phase. I mean, if you saw who I dressed as for Halloween, you know that I'm still that way on the inside. But on the outside, I'd prefer not to look like I just walked out of a Bring Me the Horizon concert. Since they're a little bit bulkier than the other jeans though, I wanted to pair them with an even tighter top. I threw on this funky abstract pattern print top that I got at Goodwill, and I put on the same Stuart Weitzman boots. I have a feeling I'm gonna be reaching for these pants a lot more than the jeans, but time will tell. Next, I have this really incredible button-up cardigan. I was trying to show you guys in the try-on clips, but it has this beautiful multicolor threading that you can't really see unless you're here in person. From afar, it's just this burgundy and black knit, but up close, you have all these iridescent threads in pink and green and blue. It's just like confetti exploded all over your sweater. I also love that it has these bright red buttons on the burgundy, because as you saw with the green on green outfit I showed you guys before, I really love pairing similar colors. That's been a fashion taboo for a while, but now I think it's becoming more popular to kind of mix and match similar shades that are not exactly the same color. I just threw on this sweater over my tiger printed top that I also thrifted at Beacon's Closet a while ago, and my elastic waist green pants from the Goodwill outlet, and my Mason Margiela boots that tied in the red with the buttons. Now the last piece is actually an item that I wore over the previous outfit, but I wanted to style it in a new way to mix it up for you guys. Anyway, it is just this beautiful red leather jacket. Now you guys know, if you watched a few videos ago, I have a somewhat similar orange jacket. The color is definitely different, but I think the main difference is the cut. This one has very broad, sharp shoulders. It feels very power suity, and so to me it did feel like a really different addition to my wardrobe. It was a good price too. It was only $30 for this gorgeous red leather. It's from M brand collection. Again, it looks like an old tag, maybe from the 70s or 80s. But anyway, I styled this jacket with the top that I'm wearing right now, which is this amazing silky 80s shoulder pad blouse from Flamingo Vintage. It was only $5. And then I put on my silky gold pants that I thrifted at Housing Works a few weeks ago. And lastly, I just put on these pointed toe kitten heel boots that I got at the Goodwill outlet. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my return to fashion after doing somewhat of a stupid video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It is a departure from my usual content, but it was really fun to make, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Once again, check out my Depop. It's Haley in the Details. I just thrifted a bunch of denim that I'm going to be uploading soon, and if you guys are interested, I'm probably going to be making a video about how to find your perfect pair of vintage jeans. If you're not already, I'd also love it if you guys follow me on Instagram. It's just HaleyWalker_. I ask you guys questions about what kind of content you want to see, and it's just a way to keep up with me in between videos if you want to see more content throughout the week. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.